Double check everything when it says that we're on. Hi guys, if we are live, welcome. I'm just double checking right now. I have a special guest for you guys to meet tonight. All right, I think we are on. I just need to change our privacy to public so everybody can see it, and we are set, Tyler. All right, awesome. Well, welcome everybody. So exciting. You're right, Kelly Boyson. This is going to be good. So I promise you this is going to be awesome. So I'm so excited for you guys to join us tonight. If you are just hopping on and seeing this Facebook Live, my name is Blair Critch, and my special guest tonight is Tyler Addison. I've been doing this series called Makeover Monday for the last few weeks, maybe even a couple months now, and I'm actually going to be busy tomorrow night, so we just switched it to Makeover Sunday. And here's what it's all about. It's really about just showing, people's changes. A lot of times in life, you have to decide to make a pivot or make a U-turn or change the direction that you're going. And right now, a lot of us can relate to that going through, all the different things that are going on in our world right now. You might be needing to make a pivot or a U-turn. And so tonight, I'm going to share with you another story of somebody who decided to say yes to a simple 3-step product and has had amazing results because of that. And thank you so much, Tyler, for being willing to even come on tonight. I know you're busy, so thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me, Blair. I appreciate you having me on as well.
Yes, of course. And we did not.
Oh, sorry.
What'd you say?
I said a little nervous. I've never been live before, but I'm excited about it as well.
I'm the first one you've ever been live with. I didn't realize that. Well, you guys give him lots of love. Get on here and give lots of hearts and comments and say hi. And listen, if you're hopping on, I'm going to share a little bit about Tyler in just a second. But if you know anybody who's tired, exhausted, run down, stressed out, used to be an athlete and just isn't at the same performance level that they used to be, you're going to want to hit the watch party button, the share button to watch party. You're going to want to share this with people. So get this out. Let's share it out. Let's show him how awesome he is for saying yes tonight to his very first Facebook Live. And we did not coordinate our outfits, but Tyler is in his Go Dogs.
Go Dogs, early.
Dogs, right, outfit, and I am wearing red and white, so I'm supporting the dogs, even though, don't be mad at me, Tyler, but I'm a Yellow Jacket fan. My brother graduated from Georgia Tech, so don't be mad.
We can't all be perfect, Blair.
I know, right? But at least it's Georgia, right? We should all love each other.
That's right.
So, are the Bulldogs even going to be able to have fans in their stadium? What's going on with that? Well, there's no football.
We're playing.
Right.
So.
There's no football, right, at all.
No,
yeah, that's sad.
Disappointed, but I'm gonna wear my colors either way.
Yeah, how are people going to live through this fall? This is going to be a very interesting fall for people. So even more of a reason why you guys need to make sure people are listening tonight, because a lot of people are just going to be sitting around not sure what to do. And we've got something that's going to make them feel great and get active. So you guys meet Tyler Addison. Not only is he a dad of 2 adorable girls that are 4 and 6, my absolute favorite ages, and but he's also an ex-MLB pitcher, right? You're a pitcher?
Yeah, I was in the minor leagues with the Yankees organization back in 2006 after 4 years of college ball.
Oh wow! Okay, did you go to Georgia?
No, I didn't. I stayed at the smaller schools. I went to Lander University for 3 years and Niagara University in New York for a year.
Nice. That's really cold.
Oh yeah, it was hard to get my arm ready to throw in that weather.
I can't imagine. That's crazy. So, and then he's also used to be in law enforcement, right?
I was in law enforcement for almost 10 years. 2 different agencies. It taught me a lot about myself and a lot about the world. And to be honest with you, I wish the head I had on my shoulders during law enforcement, I had on my shoulders when I was playing baseball. So we may be having a different conversation if that were the case. But hindsight's always 20/20.
That's really interesting, right? We'll have to have a different interview all about that one. So I would love to know why. I'm sure there's lots of principles and things that you learned. while you're in law enforcement. So we're going to have to pick your brain on that one a different night, more of a mindset night. I would love to hear that. So Tyler, tell us a little bit about like what got you started on the Thrive Experience. So we're going to be talking about the Thrive Experience tonight, guys. I'm going to actually grab the 3 steps while Tyler's sharing with you guys what made him decide to say, yes, let me try this.
Well, you know, like I said on my story to begin with, when I posted the picture, hang on just a second.
Hey, I'm live, people. So if you guys are just joining us, welcome. Tyler is going to be sharing with us what made him decide to say yes to the Thrive Experience. While he's waiting, he's just meant to do something real quick. I'm going to show you guys what we're talking about. So Thrive is 3 simple steps. Wake up in the morning, take your capsules on an empty stomach. I'm just telling them really quick what it is.
Go ahead.
You do step 2, which is our lifestyle mix full of pre and probiotics, enzymes, amino acids, all about the gut health, because once you get your gut right, the rest of your body will start performing the right way. This comes in all different flavors. And then our DFT, Derma Fusion Technology, all 3 products. Oh, there you go. Oh, I just have on the immunity one. But all 3 products work together in synergy to make sure that your body performs at peak level every single day. So Tyler, share with us, what made you decide to finally say, yes, I need to try this?
Well, I was going through a lot of life changes. Been through almost 10 years of law enforcement. Carried a lot of, I guess, baggage from that career. Sure. That a lot of times when you get into it, you don't even realize that you have it. And that kind of turns into stress. Stress turns into weight gain or weight loss, but for me, it was gain.
Always gain for me too, Tyler.
Well, you work 2 to midnight shift, you get off work, you haven't ate since you had a chance to eat. And I tell everybody I like seafood. I see it and I want to eat it. So I see food and I eat it. After all the life changes, I decided, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And, being a former athlete, I wasn't used to or acclimated to carrying around that much extra weight. Felt miserable, didn't like what I saw when I looked in the mirror, and ultimately decided to make a change. Now, I had been through workout programs and used other supplements that, were supposed to make a change for me. And, it would work for a little while, but it was like the yo-yo. I would go up, I'd go down, and nothing ever stayed the same. And I was never able to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And for me, consistency is always the key. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're, pitching in a major league game or, out working the streets and trying to keep everyone safe. You got to be consistent in whatever you do if you want to be successful in it. And so I actually reached out to a friend of mine, Alexa Robertson. She's been promoting Thrive for a while now. And I said, what's this stuff you're promoting? I need some information. And kind of explained to her my angst with, all the different regimens and how complex it was and how I had to wake up the next morning and feel like I needed to read a instruction manual on how to take this throughout the day. And she said, well, this is real easy. It's like 1, 2, 3. You take 2 capsules in the morning, put your patch on. If you're doing intermittent fasting or some other type of meal plan, make sure you take this probiotic, prebiotic before you have your meal. And then just, go on about your day. And for me, obviously, I try to eat healthy along with that. So Thrive doesn't have to work extra hard to get rid of all the bad stuff. But so I decided to try it. Well, 1, 2, 3 became my daily routine. And 4 months later, I was 35 pounds lighter.
Wow. How many months?
35.
Yeah, how many months was that?
It was 4 months.
4 months.
4 months, 35 pounds. And, I worked out, and but I didn't kill myself in the gym because, like you said before, I have 2 little girls, so I didn't have time to go and do all that. I do have a full-time job now, and, it's just there's a lot of demands on me, not just my body, but on my time. And so when I can wake up and basically get half the program done before I even leave my house every morning. And I knew I only had one other thing that I really needed to do for the day. It made life so much more simple. And so for that reason alone, I was able to stay consistent with it. And, the consistency led to results. And once you start seeing results, then you're having that little bit of success. And that's what drives you to get more success. So you get a little taste of it and you keep wanting to go.
So true. You said so many great, golden nuggets in there, Tyler. So one that I wrote down was stress, right? How many of you guys right now that are watching this have felt some kind of stress? It's actually really interesting because I actually just went to the doctor for some, yearly checkups or whatever. And she said, "Are you under any stress?" And I was like, "No, I'm happy. Things are good." And she's like, "Well, I really want you to think about this because good things that are going on can still be stress." And it was really a reality check for me because I am our business is blowing up. Those of you that are part of our team, you've seen, we've been busy during this time because people want to get healthy and take care of their bodies. And, I've got kids that are now they're back in school, but they were virtual school. And, you're juggling things, right? Real estate down here in Florida is a little bit busy. So Ryan's gone a lot. That's my husband. And so it is stress. So if you're listening to this and you're like, I can't relate because I'm not stressed out. Stressed out can also be positive stress. It still does the same thing to your body. Your cortisol levels shoot up. Your body goes into that, fight or flight motion. And for some of us, we overeat. For some of us, we binge on TV. Whatever that is, our body can still be unhealthy from it. And then consistency. I love that you touched on that, Tyler, because it's so true. How often have we started these programs that you had to take different things throughout the day or eat special things and you just don't stay consistent with it? So the 3 simple steps, the simplicity is huge. So I've noticed that you've just been blowing it up, helping people, sharing with people. So share a little bit about that. How did people start to take notice, or did you start reaching out to people? How did that start happening?
Well, they take notice, but the blue collar world out there, which is what I consider myself part of, because I've always had to work for what I have. There's a financial side to it as well, because I'd been that guy that spent, I couldn't tell you how much money on what I thought the next best thing that would help me would be. And so for the price point that you get the 3 steps for, it is next to none. And that's part of that consistency piece, right? Because if you go out and spend a ton of money for a month of said product, and then the next month you can't even afford to do it, how do you expect to ever be consistent with it?
Yeah.
And so for this is at a price point that I felt comfortable that I wasn't taking away from my household, my kids, my finances. I was able to find this price point in my life to where I knew I could have it month after month after month. And if I went out and shared it, I get that for free. And so that was an easy sell for me, talking to anyone that looked at me and said, "Man, what have you been doing? I remember when you were carrying around all these other people underneath your duty belt." And I'm like, man, I got tired of carrying those folks around. It was time to get back to the old me, the me that wanted to go out and be successful and be a ball player and get motivated to do everything I needed to do. But now more than ever, have to get out there with my children and make sure that, I'm able to do things with them longer and longer and longer. And so for me, just telling that story and, gravitating toward people that are similar in nature to me and have my same kind of background and where they grew up and how they grew up. It just kind of made it easy for me, and I really like the product. I can back the product. I've used the product and the product's worked on me. So it's an easy sell for me.
Right. It's authentic, right? It feels natural for you. I love that. And, one of the biggest things that you said is the price point, right? And it really comes down to $5 a day. And I always say this, what are you spending $5 a day on right now that's not serving you? It's not serving your body. It's not helping you meet your goals, right? And then you can get it for free by simply sharing it with 2 people. And that's one of my favorite things when you get to tell people that and they're like, really? Because I've already had 4 or 5 people ask me what's going on, what's different. So you get to share it. And it's interesting. Today I was telling my husband, Tyler, that I was going to have this interview with you. And he said to me, you know, Thrive is so important for athletes because once you leave that world, your body still needs to perform at that level. Like mentally, you have to continue to be the best at everything you do because you've always performed that way. My husband's the same way. And he's like, and Thrive got me back to that level. It got me back to where I need to be.
Mentally, physically, I mean, you know, it's not just, you know, the outward expression and what you see. It's also the inward. You know, it's the mind. It's you know, the outward can play the trick on your mind, right? I'm not trying to get too philosophical, but they go hand in hand, physically and mentally, for sports and for everyday life. And so, you know, mentally, it obviously got me more focused, more energy. I just seemed to really dial in on what I was doing for the day, and didn't really let a lot of stuff cloud it. And I don't know, it's really helped me, you know, in numerous ways.
Yeah, totally agree. So if you guys are watching and you're already taking the Thrive experience, I want you to drop in the comments what's your one, you have to pick just one favorite thing about the Thrive experience. And if you are watching tonight and you're like, I haven't tried this stuff, what the heck are they talking about? Reach out to whoever shared this with you. We want to help you get more information so you can learn about it, so you can start to give yourself the gift of health for the next 30 days and see what it can do for you. And Tyler, okay, here's my question for you as we leave. What is your favorite shake flavor?
Mine is strawberry because I make a shake out of it with some other products that Lavelle sells, and I really like it. As far as
tell me what you put in it.
The blast,
okay,
and the antioxidants.
Yep.
The boost.
Yep.
So I put all 3 in there with the shake. Mix it up. It makes a funny color, but it tastes great, and it gets me ready to go for the day. So that's what I do every day before I eat anything, and that's usually around 10:30, 11 o'clock every day.
Okay.
I'll get up. I'll have my cup of black coffee, nothing else in it. That's just my regimen. And then I'll drink that before I eat anything for the day.
Okay, interesting. I love hearing how people do it. So my husband and I, we both use Blast every single morning. Not Blast, we use Boost every single morning, which is our like green drink for those of you that don't know. We mix it with chocolate.
Right.
It's actually delicious. It sounds crazy, but it's delicious. So
I need my greens and my fruits.
Yeah.
And there we go. I've got all of it out, and then, you know, around dinner I'll get in my proteins. Of course, I'm taking in protein throughout the day.
Yeah.
But that's just because it's an important function for the body.
Absolutely. Well, Tyler, thank you so much for joining us. I so appreciate you taking time out of your night. And you guys, make sure you share this. Hit the watch party, hit the share button, get this out, help others to hear about how they can change the way they're feeling. They can change the path and direction that they're on by simply saying yes to 3 steps. So thanks, Tyler. Have a great night.
You too, Blair. Good to see you.